Hey, what are we doing? Oh, I shouldn't have to make a video like this, but following EA's constant neglect for ProClubs, following the latest news on cross-play and how ProClubs will not be incorporated in it, following the years of glitches that have gone on, and the bugs, the issues that have been ignored, well, videos like this have to be made in order to call out EA for basically destroying the game mode. I've already reacted to the cross-play news and all the other ProClubs changes that are coming to FIFA 23. However, since then, there's been a little bit of a rising trend, and that trend is the latest hashtag Save ProClubs. Truthfully, I don't know who started this. I think it's AVPL, obviously a huge ProClubs platform in Europe, and I'm gonna get into my reaction on the whole piece. I'm gonna read it really for the first time properly, but before I do that, what I wanna say is how nice it is to see so many ProClubs platforms, so many content creators, even people that aren't really affiliated with ProClubs, still come out and voice their opinion. Like I said earlier, VFL came out first, I believe. It's only been a day, yet they still have 11,400 likes, over 4,000 retweets, and that's gonna keep growing, especially when the media keeps publicizing about this new trend. The world of JCC, a huge ProClubs YouTuber, he's come out since and he's gotten a huge amount of support too. Mark Goldbridge, the same thing. You're talking about another ProClubs platform, a huge one, EGN Gaming, the one that I use. I mean, they've only come out just an hour ago, but people are still noticing. So what is this golden piece of writing that we're talking about? It's this. To those at EA Sports involved with FIFA 23, this is a message on behalf of the ProClubs community, all of us PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and more. We demand an explanation as to why you have yet again opted to overlook and bypass ProClubs from your crossplay game modes. As a community leader that has put 10 years into the game mode, I feel the time has come to be a leader in asking the very public and direct questions to EA Sports in regard to why again, for another year, a game mode that we love and play has been ignored. Obviously for the ProClubs platforms out there, VPG, VFL, PGS, EGN, this really hurts them. You know, they'd have to create separate leagues for separate consoles, and that'll mean less numbers and less teams in one league, and it would have been so much easier if all these Xbox, PlayStation, PC teams, if they could all instead just be combined into one huge league. I want to understand why heading into 2023, your views on the game mode are still so bleak that you opt to overlook it with a feature like crossplay, which is much needed. I know you have your eyes on everything, every YouTuber, every content creator, maybe even Twitter accounts like this. And just in response to that, I've used this clip a million times, but still, I love how EA acted like the camera glitch wasn't a known bug, so I feel like this sentence sums it up perfectly. They do know what's going on, they just choose to ignore it. But yeah, moving on, I'm not one of the guys who will rail you. Dang. Every year for not putting tattoos into the game mode, but I will now be the guy who questions why you want the game mode to die. This decision confirms to me that you either do not care about ProClubs or are so out of touch that you really don't understand what players want. And yeah, it just makes your blood boil when you think about all the terrible decisions that they've done, like the drop-in system, and how they've ruined it for FIFA 22, and all the decisions that they could have done, but instead have opted not to do. For years, we've had to sit back and watch foot get the attention, and we understood it. It's the moneymaker. Nobody is stupid, we get it. But now, in a time where people want to connect with others, where the game mode will become fresh again with the prospect of crossplay, we need answers. Is it because of FIFA itself? Is it due to the lack of resources in the department? Come out and give the players who have been loyal to your mode, putting thousands of hours playing and thousands more making external communities to keep a buzz around it an answer. And I really like that last sentence. There's people that literally buy FIFA for ProClubs. That's me. So I think the argument that ProClubs isn't a moneymaker is actually a myth. Because if it wasn't for it, a lot of people wouldn't buy it or put in the hours into it, and these same people are treated like crap. If not, you'll begin to see the game mode collapse. People were pinning their last hopes on FIFA 23 being the one to give them their spark back. Crossplay would have done that. For a lot of people, you could have re-released FIFA 22, stuck a FIFA 23 logo on it, added crossplay into it, and you would more than likely have gotten a free hit year from the community. We wouldn't have been ecstatic, but we would have remembered this year as being the year we could finally interact with more people. Now, you're going to see this game mode drop off even more. You're going to see more people move on from your game mode in general, and you're going to see less people actively care. Bravo, what a move. And truthfully, EA's probably licking their lips reading this sentence because that's exactly what they want. Come out, give us an answer, and remember, some of us don't buy your game every year for the premium gold foot packs. If there is no answer or clarity from EA, I urge every other player and league to take a stand on socials once and for all. It's not acceptable, and enough is enough. They've noticed us when friendlies broke, they'll notice us again. Hashtag save ProClubs. So yeah, that's my reaction to it. I'm kind of sick of talking about all this stuff. It's just the same old, we're always talking about unutilized potential of ProClubs and it's just getting boring now. But the only thing we can do is to keep talking about it, because that's the only possible way that any of this show can get better. I suggest you support the hashtag too, and hopefully they actually do the right thing for ProClubs. I'll see you later.